Salamander dude, Saiyan Salamander here, and welcome to the Season 7 draft analysis for the PBAL. I'm Sam, the coach of the Solihull Samurotts. And let's just go over my draft real quick. Season will start next week, so just doing this little draft rundown just to explain all my picks, why I picked them, just so you know the team before the battles begin. So first pick was Tapu Lele. Psychic Fairy type, really good mon, sets up Psychic Terrain. I figured, it'd just be nice to finally use it. I've had to prep for it a bunch of times. And was like, you know what, I want to use it myself. So, I thought, yeah, I'm gonna draft it. It's got pretty nice moves, it's got Bolt, because it could run Iron Defense, could run Carmine. It's got, it doesn't have, an amazingly diverse move pool, I don't think. But it's got, enough. It gets Thunder and Thunderbolt, it gets Energy Ball, it gets Focus Blast. It's got supporting moves like Aromatherapy as well, Shadow Ball. I feel like it would be nice for, a couple other moves, but it's already good enough anyway, so it doesn't really need it. I just personally like really diverse mons, so I was like, this works. Then next up we have Excadrill. I was trying to find a Rapid Spinner, and I figured this works really well because, it's a Ground Steel type. I've 2 rounds in and I've already got really good Fairy Steeled core. I just need a good Dragon or something to make up for it afterwards. And it's got Rapid Spin, which is really nice. You can set up rocks. Can get quite fast. Its moves pool's quite good as well. Bug types coverage, X's or poison coverage or poison jab, steel type coverage, stab, fighting type coverage with brick break, ground coverage. Even gets some random moves that I probably won't use much, but it gets Aerial Ace and Brutal Swing if I really want flying or dark coverage. Would be nice if it got knockoff, but unfortunately it does not. Could even set up a Sandstorm and use Sand Rush to my advantage if I really want to. Otherwise, I could have used Sand Force as well to make it do a lot more damage. It could run Choice Band Sand Rush or Life Orb Sand Rush, or it could even go Choice Scarf Sand Force. That would also be a really good strat. Then next up is a bit of a weird pick because I'm dipped very far down here. So next pick is Charizard. And the reason for that is that I really wanted Incineroar. And then around round 8 I realized I miscounted my points. And was like, oh god, I can't draft this. I don't have enough points. So I was trying to think of what do I get rid of on my team. And I figured I have 2 other dark types that I had in mind to draft. And I was like, I feel like I have to get rid of Incineroar. As much as I loved using it in the EWT last year, it's just not meant to be this time around. So I drafted Charizard instead. Looking back on it, probably better choices for me to draft. I could have drafted Moltres, could have drafted Talonflame, which is now gone. But Charizard, it does the work. I can run physical or special or mixed because it gets, it gets Dragon Dance. Could run Tailwind if I want to run a special set. Has insane coverage, Dragon coverage, ground coverage, Rock coverage, Flying Stab coverage, Fire coverage, Electric coverage with Thunder Punch, Ghost coverage. It gets a lot, and I do like that about it. I really do like that about it. It's speed and it's special. It's kind of got it's got good speed, but it's not amazing. So if I want to set up a sweep, I'm gonna have to set up a Tailwind or a Dragon Dance first, or run some sort of speed boosting item. Also has the major weakness of being fire flying, so it's quad weak to rock. But it is immune to ground. And speaking of immunities, I should probably mention this idea I had with the team when drafting. I thought it'd be really funny just to draft a team that has almost complete immunities to stuff. So it would have been better if I had like just complete immunity to one type. That would have been funny as hell. But this was more just like every Pokemon on the team I drafted, bar one. Unfortunately, there was one Pokemon I couldn't get with an immunity. But almost every Pokemon has an immunity to something. So I have, so far, Tapu Lele, which is, you know, immune to Dragon. I have Excadrill, which is immune to Poison. And Charizard, which is immune to Ground, which is really nice. And then next up on the team, I've got 2 immunities here, because I've got an immunity to Dragon and an immunity to Normal. And that Pokemon is Mimikyu. So I know I've already got a Fairy, but I figured, you know, I've got enough resistances to Steel. And Poison is not, you know, they're weak to different types, despite being both Fairy. So I thought it was fine. Like, I do have a little bit of a Ghost weakness now, because they're both weak to Ghost. But I do patch that up with my next pick. And a couple other picks down the line. So Mimikyu's just, you know, it's just a nice mon. Ghost Fairy also has a lot of coverage. Very strong physical attacker, if I'm not mistaken. Need to go back to its stats. It's got quite decent speed with 96. Yeah, it's not too much of you know, it's got 90 in the attack, so it's not hugely amazing. It's got a lot of special coverage, like, for how good it, you know, considering how little special attack it has, because it, you know, it gets Giga Drain, and Dazzling Gleam, of course, it's Fairy type, Shadow Ball, of course, Thunderbolt it gets, so I do kind of wish it had some more physical electric coverage, like Thunder Punch or something, just because of, it, you know, it has a very little special attack stat. Has Disguise, which is really nice, so I block the first hit and then lose 1/8 of my health. You know, so I could freely set up a Swords Dance turn 1, or set up a Bulk Up, or anything like that, which is really, really nice. Could also set up a Willow turn 1 before I get damaged. So a lot of really just good things about this mon that I can do just by eating up the first attack. I could even set up a sub turn 1, and then like have to beat the sub and have to beat the Disguise still, I'm pretty sure. So that would be really nice. Then we have my next pick, which is Heliolisk, which has a Ghost type immunity. So Heliolisk was something I wanted to use with my my Omni Weather team a while back, which I couldn't get to use, unfortunately, because it has a lot of like all its weather abilities are to do with the weather. Has Sand Veil for Sandstorm teams, has Solar Power for you know, Sunny Day teams, and it has Dry Skin for Rain teams. But Dry Skin also works without it being raining, because, you know, it makes it immune to water types as well, which is really nice. So now I have a water immunity, and I also have a ghost type immunity with this thing, which is amazing. So, you know, it's just completely Walls Jellicent, basically. And it's just nice to have. I really like it. It's got some pretty good moves, because electric types aren't known for their coverage, but, you know, it's also a normal type, so it does get a couple. Nothing huge compared to other normal types, but like a little bit more than other electric types, I guess. Has Surf as well, which is really nice. Dragon Pulse, Dark Pulse. I can run Agility on this thing to do more speed. Its U-turn and Volt Switch. Its attack isn't amazing, but its speed and special attack are just really good. And it can also be like a little bit of a special wall as well. I could definitely run like AV on this and just make it a huge special tank. I just gotta be careful of those fighting and ground types, because most of those are physical, and that's what I'm weak to. I wish there was like some sort of physical Assault Vest variant I could use to patch this up, but oh well. You know, it's still just a really nice pick. I don't actually know what I'm going to call it yet, since I usually have a nickname for everything on my team, but Heliolisk is one that's like stumping me with a nickname. So I'm going to have to think of that soon. Next up, another immunity with a Levitate ability. We got Flygon. For those who've seen me on the channel with a bunch of other draft leagues, you'll know Tiki the Flygon is a staple on our teams. We use it quite often. Not in every draft league, but you know, this is like the 3rd or 4th time using it, I'd say. I just really like them on. Mainly because I name it after Tiki, my favourite Fire Emblem character. Its move pool is amazing. I can run specs on it to make it a special attacker, even though its special attack isn't, you know, it's pretty middling. I can boost it with that. It's got quite nice speed, and its attack's pretty good as well. So, it's another ground type as well, so it's also immune to electric. And I should have said that with Excadrill earlier, so also immune to electric. So I got double electric type immunity now. And I have another flying immunity, so that's really nice. So I'm just building up this team where, like, if you have like a strong, like, you know, strong electric type, strong water type with my next pick as well, especially, strong dragon type, like, it makes you really reconsider bringing them, or you have to be extra careful while using them. And I just really like that about my team, that I've just got this. Next up we have Gastrodon, which is why it's a water immunity, because it has Storm Drain. There was actually something I wanted to draft after Gastrodon with Storm Drain again, which was going to be my grass and rock type, Cradilly, because I thought, oh my god, triple immunity to water, that's amazing. But unfortunately I couldn't get it, got sniped. But yeah, Gastrodon's really good, very big wall. Water and ground type that's only really it's only really weak to grass. Gets stuff like counter. I'm pretty sure it gets Mirror Coat as well, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's counter and Mirror Coat, which I love. Those two moves are amazing. Gets poison coverage. Weather Ball can be kind of nice. Ancient Power. Clear Smog, so I can reset the target stats, which can be, you know, that can be huge. And like, it does damage while doing it as well, so that can be amazing, especially if like a fairy type mon setting up. If you can just do that, that'd be molto bene. So, you know, that's very excited to use this. Its attack and special attack are kind of even, to be honest, so I can run physical or special. Does like, you know, it's got a little bit of a move pool. Its defense isn't amazing, but it does get acid armor, so I can make it defensively bulky. Can even trap the foe with infestation. There's just a lot I can do with it, and I'm just very excited to use it. I don't know what else to say. Also, it's got another sand ability, Sand Force. So if I didn't want to run Storm Drain, I could run that instead. And it's also another electric type immunity, so that's 3 electric type immunities I've got on my team now too. So if someone tries to bring like a Tapu Koko or a Zapdos or something, they're just gonna have to be extremely careful around me. Next up we got Malamar, which is Dark and Psychic, so that's a Psychic type immunity. It is quad weak to one of the most common moves in the game, though, being U-turn, unfortunately. But it does get Contrary, which is really nice. So if I use Superpower, instead of lowering my attack and defense, it actually boosts the attack and defense, which is really good. And it has a couple moves that I can use, like, due to that. Let me have a quick look at its moveset. Why did I just forget its name? Malamar, there you go. I just completely forgot its name. I'm so sorry. Oh, it's Contrary, yeah. I don't know if I said that wrong earlier. It has... So Carmine can really use it with Contrary. Superpower it's got. And that could mean it's a very good candidate for stored power. How else does it have? Yeah, imagine if it got close combat, that'd be wild. I would love close combat on this thing. It'd make no sense for getting it, but it'd just be really good. Like, something with close combat and Contrary would be like, oh, molto bene. Would really like to see that happen at some point. It's even a roleplay, so I can copy the opponent's ability, which might be nice. I was thinking just random stuff can do with it. You know, it's got Psycho Cut for physical psychic stab. Liquidation, it gets some water type coverage, which is nice. It's Flamethrower and Thunderbolt for some reason, which is, you know, that's alright. That's pretty good. Acupressure could be interesting, because it raises a random stat. It'd just be a bit weird with Contrary, because it would just decrease the random stat instead. But yeah, that is Malamar. Next we got Skunk Tank, which is another dark type, so it's immune to Psychic. I got it because I needed a poison type, and I was like, I want one with an immunity, so I was like, you know what? Fuck it, Skunk Tank, let's go. I haven't used it before. You know, I won't say I'm new to draft anymore, but like, there's still a lot of Pokemon I haven't used because I only play competitive in draft format, really. It's got some nice coverage though with, you know, it got fire type coverage, it's got Play Rough, which I'm a big fan of. Sucker Punch is always nice, but I've just gotta be careful because of Psychic Terrain. Shadow Claw. Haze is always really good. Always good to have a Hazer on your team. And it's, you know, it starts pretty middling. It doesn't really have a standout stat other than HP, I'd say, at 103. But yeah, I do like it. It's a good pick. And finally, this is the one pick I'm kind of questioning the most. I only drafted it because I didn't have a fighting type, and I thought, oh, it'd be nice to have some fighting type stat. And that is Machamp. So this is the one Pokemon on the team that doesn't have an immunity. There wasn't really any other fighting type in the tier that I could get which had an immunity, unfortunately. And I didn't really know who else I could go for. Fighting just stood out as like one of those big types I needed. So I was just like, you know what, let's go Machamp. Feel like there might have been better candidates for me to use. Might switch this out later on, not gonna lie. I'm looking at Gallade though at the moment, and I'm like, ooh, Gallade, because that would kind of be nice with Psychic Terrain. It's just I already have 2 other Psychic types. So, you know, I'll look into it. This team might not be the final one you see, but it'll be the team for now. And, you know, just gotta do some considering with it. So if you got any ideas for the team, God, I can't fucking word today. If you got any ideas, let me know. Tell me what your favourite team member is, what you're most excited for me to use. And yeah, we won't be up next week, so I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one, my dudes. Bye.